Pups, are you going to be good? No interruptions? We'll see. Hello and welcome to Monson Made This. My name is Michael. Welcome to day 5 of my whole food plant-based diet adventure, journey, whatever you want to call it. So if you're just joining us today on day 5, you should probably click the playlist above and you can watch the first 4 videos and then come back here for episode 5. Before I get into the what I eat in a day portion of this video, I do want to talk a little bit about my weighing routine and my weighing schedule and my philosophy on weighing myself. So if you don't want to hear about scales, you don't want to know anything about weighing and what I think about weighing, then please jump to this point in the video where the eating starts. Now, I'm not a doctor, not a nutritionist, not a therapist in any capacity, so if you have a different philosophy about weighing yourself, what works for you, don't let what I'm saying affect you. I watched some videos by a gentleman, Jordan Sayat, on Sayat Fitness. I've mentioned it in video 3, or mentioned his videos in video 3, and I like what he has to say about scales and weighing oneself, and so that's kind of the philosophy that I've adopted. I do weigh myself every day. I get up in the morning, I have my morning restroom, and then I weigh myself directly after that. And I do notice that on a daily basis, there is a change. Sometimes it's down, sometimes it's up. I try not to get emotionally affected by the change that I see. And even though I am weighing myself daily, I do try to step back and see what the overall picture is. And the reason I'm talking about this today is because you'll see that what I eat in a day for Thursday has an increase in weight, which I believe was a pound from the previous day. All the other days it had been a steady decline, and then Thursday hits and there's a pound weight increase. But when you step back from that, you can still see that there is a decline from the first day that I started this. So overall, I've been successful with my weight loss journey, even though what the scale said this particular day initially makes it feel like it wasn't successful. So yes, I do it every day. If that's not for you, don't do it. If you're emotionally affected by the numbers that you see on the scale, then definitely do what works best for you. This is working for me. I enjoy the daily numbers so I can kind of think about my progress. But again, I don't let it get to me emotionally when I see a shift. That's all I've got to say. Thank you for watching. Thanks to those of you that have been commenting. I really appreciate it. And without further ado, let's get into what I eat today for Thursday. Oh, what's this? You noticed? This is actually a heating pad that I have around my neck. Not plugged in right now because I'm just walked into the kitchen. 1:30 p.m. on Thursday. I woke up feeling okay, and then a little while later I got this kind of pain in my neck, and it got really bad. It actually brought me to like laughing tears for a second. It was this weird pain. I took a hot shower. It's feeling a little bit better. I've just been sitting at my desk actually with this heating pad on, editing footage of this video so that I don't have a bunch to do once all the footage is done. I can get this out like the next day. But yeah, 1:30, I looked at the clock and I was kind of surprised at how late it was. So I think it's time that I eat, and as I was going through the footage, I was looking at the einhorn bread and I was like, oh yeah, that was so good. So I think I'm just gonna start out today really simply with some einhorn whole wheat bread with peanut butter. That sounds amazing right now, and so I'm gonna just quickly throw that together and then sit back down to plug in my eating pad. As delicious as this looks, kind of makes me miss the crunchy peanut butter. Do you remember yesterday when I cooked up some bacon, the Hooray bacon, so I could make some little bacon bits out of it? I actually just tried a little bit by putting some of the bacon pieces. It doesn't feel good. Bacon pieces on the peanut butter bread. I'm a fan. Brings a crunch I'm missing from the crunchy peanut butter. With this lighting, it's crazy to think that it's like barely 4 o'clock. It's 4:02. My neck is still killing me. Ben's like, you should go to a chiropractor, and that just seems like a lot of effort. But I've just been sitting on the couch watching Gourmet, or was I guess Bon Appetit I found that I have a Bon Appetit channel on Sling now. So I've just been sitting with a heating pad on my neck and watching shows, which I always sit and just watch food TV, and then I wonder why I get hungry all the time. So I caught the tail end of a recipe. I was paying attention to something else, and then I went back and caught the tail end of a recipe that reminded me of Dan Dan noodles. And I have a block of tempeh that I steamed a few days ago that I need to do something with. So I decided I was going to make a tempeh Dan Dan noodle kind of dish. Normally it has about like a half cup of oil in the sauce. So I'm gonna like cut some corners and not use that much chili oil, or try to figure some ways around it. So first step is to just crumble up tempeh, get it all browned up, add a little bit of hoisin. And I'll probably just make that now. I'm not even really hungry, I just needed something to do. So I think I'm just gonna like brown up and make the meat portion of it with tempeh, and then I'll make the sauce, and then when I do feel like eating, I'll just assemble it. I know I was just talking about reducing the chili oil, but I am gonna start by adding a little bit of this chili crisp, which is essentially chili oil, that I'm going to be sauteing my tempeh in. And again, this has been steamed, which helps to reduce some of the bitterness. So I'm just gonna crumble it up, and then we'll have kind of a ground, meaty texture. I just took the tempeh, which is a fermented soybean cake, broke it up, and then browned it up a little bit in some chili oil, added hoisin, a little bit of Bragg's liquid aminos, which is essentially soy sauce, and added a bit of 5-spice. So I got that all sauteed, put it into a container, and kind of deglazing the pan a little bit right now with some onion, just to pull up any residual flavor that may be on there. And like I said, this is gonna hang out for a little bit until I decide to eat, and then I'll make the sauce. Well, I'm not super happy with the sauce. The original recipe calls for, like, I think a half cup of oil, of chili oil, to like 2 tablespoons of, that didn't feel good. Did it again. 2 tablespoons of tahini. So this is the sauce. I basically, there's supposed to be a half cup of oil and a 1/4 cup of hot water, so I basically did a half cup of hot water. It's okay. I increased the tahini and I added a little bit of hoisin. It's gonna be fine. It tastes fine. It's not gonna be the same texturally, flavor-wise. I'm definitely gonna miss the chili oil in there, but I don't know. Just trying to be a little bit more conscientious. Trying to stick to my theme of only like sort of whole plant oils instead of whatever. So when I'm ready to eat, I'll show you what the final dish looks like. I'm probably just gonna serve it over black rice, or actually I have some whole wheat spaghetti I might use instead. We'll see. Okay, it's 5:14, finally feeling pretty hungry, so I've assembled this concoction here. So I have some red lentil and sweet potato pasta. It's a brand called Al Dente, trying it for the first time. I have the tempeh with hoisin and 5-spice, and then I air fried. Finally done with the Brussels sprouts. This is the last of it. So I'm going to sauce this pretty generously. The sauce actually looks like it's got some body to it. It's still a little bit thin. I'm gonna be quite heavy with it. See, I'm kind of excited. It's like Dan Dan noodles, but with tempeh and with a less oily sauce. Again, this is on my website, monsonmadethis.com. I think it's just vegan Dan Dan noodles, so I've just slightly modified it. But the original version is great too if you just want to eat that. Tossed it in the sauce. Oh, he's triggered by something outside. It's actually really good. Don't know if I love the pasta. I was gonna use Bonza chickpea pasta, but I had this, and this was closer to spaghetti than what I have with the Bonza. But the sauce is really good. Pasta's okay. So, I don't know, I'm actually really happy with it. It hits the spot. Satisfies what I was craving. Well, it is about 11 o'clock. I have a big bowl here. It doesn't look like it's exposing properly. I look like I'm pink. It's probably from the Lady Gaga hoodie I'm wearing again. But I don't know, it's just been kind of a mad day, kind of down, watching Hallmark Christmas movies to kind of feel a little bit better. And I'm kind of hungry, so I've made this big bowl of, it's Kashi Cinnamon Harvest cereal, some oats, some of my soy yogurt, and then some chia seeds, pumpkin seeds, and sunflower seeds. It looks like I need some more almond milk, a little almond milk too. So I just was craving something kind of like sweet and dessert-like, but then I hadn't really eaten like a solid dinner. I ate at 5:30. That like, I don't know, the meal I had was really good and really filling, and it's held me this long, but now I'm just feeling like something sweet and dessert-like, and so this is gonna fit that bill. So I'm gonna take this back in front of my Hallmark movie and enjoy. It truly looks like a mess, but I promise it's really good. I ate all of that cereal, yogurt, seed mix so fast. It was exactly what I needed, hit the spot. It's about 11:30 now, so I've just been kind of sitting for a half hour. And I just started to feel like I still needed some comfort food. So I am popping myself some popcorn. I'm doing it on the stovetop, a little bit of olive oil, and I'm gonna make a seasoning mixture with some nutritional yeast. There's actually a what I eat in a day video where I talk about my like popcorn routine, but basically nutritional yeast, garlic powder, salt, sometimes a little garlic powder. I grind it up in a mortar and pestle so it gets real powdery, and then I toss it with the popcorn, and it's a dream. So I'm gonna do that, get my seasoning mix going where all the stuff pops, and then it's back to the couch to enjoy the popcorn. Oh no, some of it burnt. I'd be lying if I didn't admit that I planned this red and green situation for Christmas Eve.
Ryan Little.
Listen,